Hey guys, we're back with Tales of Turam. We're gonna be continuing Big Shot Session. It's been an hour, not 30 minutes. Uh-oh. Anyways, we're gonna give it 45 seconds to make sure we don't curse in the first minute, you know? Anyways, these Chips Ahoy Chewy cookies are really good. Not sponsored, by the way. See, we got 30. Fuck. I don't give a shit anymore. Fuck it.
You can't control me.
Bro, I literally just cursed in the first 40 seconds. I don't give a crap.
I know, I was here.
Anyways, we're not
Dog,
sponsored by
as if
Chips
this-
Ahoy, but do you know who we are sponsored by?
Raid Shadow Legends.
A multi-action RPG game. No. We're not. Anyways.
You know what's funny?
What?
Did you know in terms of male human and female Pokemon, Sylveon's the best to hug
Yes.
and nothing else?
Anyways.
Fun fact, you can turn your Vaporeon white.
So did you choose to... So you are definitely deceiving, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna say yeah.
Or are you trying to persuade or do something else?
I don't know what the best choice would be.
Well, it's not a choice. It depends on what you say. So we'll let you restate what you stated. To the best of you, if you want to persuade, make it more of a persuasive thing rather than being like.
Alright, I'm just gonna rephrase what I said.
Okay.
Yes, the money was gained via acts of lust. However, that's why I'm applying for this church. That way, I hopefully won't have to go back to doing stuff like that. Nesting after people.
Now make me a persuasion check. Oh gosh.
That oh gosh tells me he either rolled horribly or really, really well.
Well, roll.
Let me load up my character, because every time I leave this piece of shit dog fucking app. You said persuasion?
Mm-hmm. Scratching my ball and sniff. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, man's over here hitting that scratch and sniff. What would persuasion be?
Diplomacy.
Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. My best stat?
Scratch my ball, stiff my hand. That's what we call scratch and sniff.
I might find the rolls channel, damn.
Damn, son.
Well, damn it.
Oh, my.
I've got plus 13 to this.
Plus 13.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Oh, God.
You rolled a 36.
Oh, God.
He looks at you and goes, well,
Once a
we'll
whole,
see
always
if
a
you're
whole
able...
Weasley.
No, he goes, well, that may be your advice. There's not too much to punish for such acts of lust, since Celis doesn't really deny such things. However, it is not looked favorably upon by many of the clergy, so I would recommend keeping your mouth shut about it as much as possible and keeping your legs shut as well.
Yes, boss.
So, which of the three do you choose, then?
Let's
Faith?
go with Will.
Will, rather than Faith. Okay.
Well, I'm not the most faithful yet, which is why I'm here.
I've
Yeah,
completely forgotten the fucking trials I made again. Oh my gosh! Okay.
What a silly, goofy goober.
So, he goes, interesting choice. Is this your final answer?
Yes?
Understood.
Question mark?
Alright then. Follow me. And he starts to walk.
I suppose I shall follow along.
He leads you through the Noble District, and down over the bridge once again into the basic city. And he goes, now, there will be a bit of a trial here that's going. Well, you're already going through the trial. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say here as his character. He goes, there will be many things that try to garner your affections, let's say here. Go into the Flower District and fetch me. Give me a second here. I'm trying to remember the specifics to it. He goes, you are to go into the Flower District at this time and fetch me the signatures of... No, not the signatures. What was it again? That was a different one. He goes, you're supposed to... I can't remember for the life of me now.
Hold
That's
on,
been an hour.
Hold on, because my mind, when you said signatures, immediately went to, hey, sign my petition.
I hate you.
Come
He
on,
goes,
dumbass. Sign
you
my
are
petition.
to go into the Flower District and find 3 hidden items of the church that we have hidden. Now they can be in alleyways, they can be in the brothels, or they could be out on the street themselves. You will know it when you see it. Look hard, and do not let the temptations of the night sway you away from your objective. You have as long as you need, but should I not be at the church, you will have to wait until I return.
Aye.
Alright then, and
I believe in myself.
he
Just
thrusts you forward with his arm, and as you look back,
fucking
you see...
throws me.
By the way, as you guys are talking, you guys are heading towards the Flower District, and he thrusts you forward with his arm, pushing you, and as you look back to see where he is, the crowd starts to form a bit more around him, because there's a lot more people here than usual, and he just disappears into it.
Fun. That's spooky.
Number 14, Disappearing
Number 15.
Inquisitor.
Number 15, Disappearing Priest.
What's the last thing you want to see with your choir boy eyes? A disappearing priest. Almost
A priest. Imagine you see a priest, and then all of a sudden you hear the instant transmission noise from Dragon Ball Z. All of a sudden you feel a hand on your shoulder.
Okay, let's see here. /play D&D festival noises. Let's see if that works. There we go.
Set a stroke for to go.
Anyway, so as you start to walk in, you see lots of people walking around. Some individuals walking with these. Jesus fucking Christ.
With these?
Sorry, Ruby just fucking pinged me for no fucking reason. Anyways, you see these individuals walking around with like these beads on their necklaces that are actual bells going ding 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 ding. You see some individuals playing on the sides of the street. You see these beautiful ladies in these raunchy outfits starting to walk around, going up to individuals, leaning on them, and some people who are drunk go leading into it and they get pulled off to some alleyway or to some building, and you see other individuals push them away. Individuals that are drunk, there's these rolling barrels that you see this jester-like dressed individual who's obviously very inebriated is like rolling upon. The air smells of lavender and very floral scents, and you can smell the alcohol off some people that are next to you. The entire district, which is basically a straight line that has very few turns, is glowing with the oranges and yellows of candlelight, these pink fluorescent colors as well. You see the Sakura's Blessing way on ahead. You see a few other brothels. What are you doing?
Well, I suppose I will start my outstanding hunt for unknown item. Now, if I were a priest, where would I hide it? A little boy's pants, clearly. But I can't do that because that's somewhat illegal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check the alleys first.
Alright. So as you begin to check in between each of the alleys, I want you to make me a perception check.
Okay, I can do those. Those are. They aren't my worst stat. They aren't my best stat. It is my worst stat. Because they aren't my worst stat. They aren't my best stat. Oh, that's a no bonus to wisdom. I do have proficiency there.
Well, you're looking at your perception stat, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was talking about like the base stat.
No problem. Just to let you know, I completely forgot what this challenge was supposed to be, so I'm just making it up on the spot.
Oh, go figure.
Yeah. Chose the literal worst one for him. Bro, you chose the wisdom-based fucking one.
Well, I mean, I figured, will would be, you know, willpower, not fucking
Yes,
hunting things.
based off wisdom.
Well, yeah, but I have a +8 to will.
Cool. Anyway, so what are you doing?
Oh, I already told you I'm
What'd you roll?
looking through the alleys. I also told you 23.
I didn't hear 23. Anyway, so as you begin to look through a few of the alleys, you're not seeing anything besides drunken people, people in the middle of fucking prostitutes, or getting their dicks sucked, people who are seemingly doing illegal trades of certain items. At the moment, you haven't seen anything in the first few. And you're starting to pass by a few more of these less raunchy establishments, more well-developed establishments. You start to see these raunchy individuals walking out. You see a few halflings that are dressed only in Speedos come walking out with these, like, heavy biceps. They seem to be stacking on top of each other like cheerleaders. They're all males, by the way. And they start to walk past you, and one of them gives you a wink. I want you to roll me a will save, please.
Just pointing at him, gay.
Well, you're a fucking female.
And gay.
And you're their size.
Okay, and gay.
Roll me a will save.
Fine. Check what my will is again. +8. This is just going off my proficiency too.
Pretty fucking high
See,
roll to make it.
Does my hatred towards the gays give me any kind of bonus?
No, because in this sense, you are not. It's not gay for fucking halfling males to be fucking flirting with a kobold female.
All stacked up on top of each other like that? I don't know. Seems kind of gay. I don't know.
It's more of a performance.
Seems
type
kind of
thing.
gay to me.
It's more of a performance type thing.
Okay. Yeah. 21.
21?
Yeah.
You look at them and the same floral scent starts to get into your nose. I will say you can choose to... At this point, you have succeeded. You can choose to either go with them, or you can continue your search at this point.
I will continue my search at this point.
Okay. So as they look at you and you just, like, shake your head, you continue to walk past them, and they just continue to start trying to seduce other women instead. As you push past them, you notice in one of the alleyways, next to the Sakura's, between the tailor shop and Sakura's blessing, you notice what seems to be the alley opposite of the side of the one that you saw the murderer jumping out of the other earlier today. You see these clotheslines hanging between the two shops. You see what seems to be a few dumpsters as well as a few other things back here. You see small fountains that pour out of both of them into these small little basins. where you see cats and other animals have jumped to and are seemingly drinking out of. And you see a few individuals, well, actually, no, you don't see any individuals, sorry. The shadows seem to be clinging to this area. There's not much light in this alleyway. But you do see, with that perception check, what seems to be a white glow in the distance.
Well, clearly, it's not down here. No, I'm messing with you.
It's not like a glow of
Clearly.
the entire alleyway. It seems to be this small little thing reflecting light that seems to be white in color.
Well, clearly, this is what I'm looking for. Obviously. So I'm going to go grab the thing.
Alright, so as you start to head into
I
the
don't know what
alleyway,
the
you
thing
start to, like, jump over. You do see now, as you enter it, some unconscious individuals drunk on the ground or whatnot. Alcohol spilling out of their beer cans that they have. As you start to, like, step over them, go ahead and make me just a general acrobatics check.
Oh, you could not have asked for a better roll. I mean, you could have, but you couldn't have.
You hear behind you, chug, 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 chug.
I can't do athletics. Come on.
It's acrobatics.
Damn. Alright, that's a +8. Got lots of 8s.
Yeah.
That's a 21.
It was easy. It was like a 12 DC. So you managed to like start to like dance in between this thing, kind of using the music as a guide as you start to dance a little bit. You eventually get past a few of these unconscious individuals as you start to pass by the fountains. The cats and rats start to look at you. Make me a nature check.
I'm gonna look at the fucking rat and just call it a bitch.
Make me a nature check.
Because that's what you do. A nature check? Fuck you. Fuck you. My actual worst fucking roll that you could have asked for. I have a whopping 5.
The rats and cats leap at you. As they do, they start to scratch upon you. You suffer a total of 4 damage before you manage to throw them away, slamming one of the cats into the wall. The rats and all of them start to spread away.
Bitch ass fucking Jew rat. Tough break, Jew mouse.
You get past this point and you look up and you see dangling maybe 50 feet from the back of the alley, which you're now like directly under, about 60 feet above you, hanging from the top of Taylor's shop to like the midway point of the Sakura's blessing. There seems to be a clothesline that has this beautiful, ornate looking, not noble attire, but this beautiful kimono. And you see just pinned on a part of the robe itself, a little bit below the clothesline, but like on the actual robe, is a what looks like a pendant of sorts, a ribbon with, not a pendant, sorry, a ribbon that has these silver, like silver ribbon, and then it has in the very center of it, the ribbon it's, I'm being retarded. The silver ribbon falls down into 2 curves at the bottom of it, and in the very center, pinned in the very center of the ribbon itself, is a small white moon-like pendant in the very center of it.
Ah, well, that's clearly what I'm looking for. So clearly I'm going to grab it.
It's 60 feet up.
I said I'm going to grab it.
How are you going to try to grab it?
I'm going to climb my short ass the fuck up there.
Which building are you going to climb?
The buildings that'll help me get there.
Which one? There's 2 of them, and
go
the
with-
alley is like 20 feet apart.
Oh, eeny, meeny, miny, left.
Left, so Sakura's blessing. You begin to try and climb the
Oh, fuck.
beautiful
Terrible
mahogany wooden outstretched building that's very paneled, very few holes and whatnot to climb, so the harder one. Roll me athletics check.
Man really said this is mahogany.
Yes.
Is it a 10 or an 11? Let me check here. 10. What are you fucking laughing about? You little California girl. 29.
DC was 25, so As you begin to climb, you eventually get up to the 60-foot distance where you see the clothesline is hanging. You're about a good 10, 15 feet from the road. What are you doing?
Alright. Could I manage to jump far enough in order to just grab it on my way down?
You will be falling 60 feet. There
I'm
are
cool with
multiple clotheslines under it that are holding clothes, and maybe you can soften your fall, but if you just grab it and fall, you're falling 60 feet.
Well, yeah, obviously I'm gonna try to grab other clotheslines.
Okay, yeah, you can make an athletics check to try and jump
Or
down
I
off.
could just grab onto this clothesline and hold my way down, grabbing other lines as well.
True, but do you want to jump over to it or try to get over to some of them?
I want to jump.
Okay, make me an athletics check. Natural 1. Natural 1.
17.
17. Burger King foot lettuce. So the DC
The best
I'm saying for
thing
this
to-
check is just 10, 5 plus the amount of distance you're trying to jump. So 15 was the DC. So, as you jump, you manage to get over to the robe. As you're midair about to start falling, what are you doing?
I'm going to hold on to one of the clotheslines and try to grab as many as I can before I inevitably eat shit.
So you're not trying to grab the rope.
That's what I just said I
You
was
are
doing?
jumping to it and trying to grab the clotheslines.
Yeah. Grabbing the clothesline and the rope. I have two hands.
It's
I only
hanging-
need so many.
Okay, go ahead and make me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Okay.
23.
You manage to grab onto the clothesline that's hanging to the rope, and it doesn't fall. It seems to be able to support your weight specifically. It seems to be ready to snap at some points of it, but you can start to ruffle through the rope. Go ahead and just make me a general perception check.
Perception? Okay.
Yes. You're starting to look through it, and you do eventually
11.
find... Go ahead.
11.
11, okay. So you're starting to ruffle through the robe, and because it's boinging around as you're, like, moving on the clothesline, you eventually see, there it is, and you go to reach for the ribbon that has a pin on it, the moon pin on it. The rope snaps, and you begin to fall. Make me an acrobatics check.
This is going to hurt.
Wahoo!
It's a me.
It's a man! Mario!
13.
Okay.
I know, I'm great.
You're falling
Thank
60 feet, 30 feet before you hit clotheslines, and they actually snap as the tension breaks on you. So, let's see here. I'm going to say you're only going to take 30 feet of fall damage, plus slashing damage from the clotheslines. So, 3,
Slashing that motherfucker, their rope.
6d6. So this is the fall damage onto the ropes, 20.
Okay.
And then from like being slashed into your stomach basically by these ropes as they just lash. Actually, technically it would be more bludgeoning damage because they're lashing you basically.
Yeah, I was actually about to say, wouldn't it be more bludgeoning?
Yeah,
since
you're
it's
gonna take
pressing against me?
more bludgeoning damage. 13 more bludgeoning damage. So you fall through, cutting these lines all the way down until you're like maybe 5 feet above the ground, and you get stuck in this like cat's paw kind of fucking knit as you're just like tangled up in these ropes. And you see the robe has fallen to the ground below you like 10 feet, and you can see the pit is right there.
Yippee.
It's out of your reach. You can't really grab it as you're like completely tied up here.
Okay, I'm going to do a funny thing. First off, I'm gonna say fuck you,
Okay.
and then where is it? Yeah.
Just so you know, the DC for that was gonna be about 20.
Okay. Yeah, I could have made that.
But you would still
I
have
only
taken
needed
the
to-
full damage of falling instead. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Uh, would I be able to bite my way out of this?
You certainly can try. Make me just a strength check.
Okay, because I am a strong jaw kobold, which means I have very powerful jaws and very sharp teeth.
Okay.
My unarmed attacks do 1d6.
Okay. So since you are a strong jaw, I'll give you make an attack, then add an extra d6 to your attack.
Baller. An attack roll with a d6?
Yes.
Okay.
This would be your unarmed
That's
strike.
plus
By the way.
10. Plus 10 plus 1d6. So to clarify, it's 1d20 plus 10 plus 1d6, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay.
30.
Yeah, 100%. You definitely snap through these wires. There's no doubt about it. You snap through them and fall 10 feet to the ground. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Owie!
As you land on the ground, you land on top of the ropes, and the ribbon there with the pin on it is available for you to grab if you would like to.
I am obviously gonna grab the shit out of this.
Alright, you grab it. As you do it, vanishes.
Oh, you fucking bastard! I'm gonna assume that means that I've successfully achieved my goal.
Who knows?
And it's nothing else.
You look back up.
She's saying this in character
Okay.
to herself.
Yeah.
Just I assume this means the best.
Alright.
Next spot to search.
You begin to start heading out of the alleyways as you step on the drunk man a little bit as you go, "Ugh," as you continue out.
Basically kick him in the nuts.
Yeah. You see a few individuals dressed almost like peacocks, like the women from Las Vegas, start to rush by you, shaking their hips a bit as the feathers start to move. I want you to roll me a will save.
Whore. Well, if I say something in character, can I get away with this? With getting a bonus?
No.
Damn. Gonna fucking body shame her, call her fat. Fat whore. 26.
Alright. Getting closer to failing those checks, just so you're aware.
Oh no.
As she's shaking, you kind of
Whore.
feel a little bit mesmerized, and you have to take yourself back for a second as you blink. You can either give in to the temptation or continue. It's your choice.
I'm obviously just gonna continue.
Okay. So, where are you searching next?
What were all the spots that he said they might
He said
be?
the alleyways, the streets, the brothels. Possibly there might be some members of the church there, but you're not sure.
Okay, well now that I know what I'm looking for, I'm going to walk the streets kind of quickly, you know, like how you would like when you're looking for your mother in a grocery store.
Mhm.
You know, you're kind of looking between all the alleys till you know what you're looking for.
Well, all the alleys are
You can
actually
see it.
assholes and stuff for like people who aren't wearing clothing. But yes, continue.
Yeah.
There are a lot of topless ladies that have
So-
painted
so
their
I-
nipples golden and
So,
whatnot.
so I'm basically just looking through,
Okay.
just like nope,
So you're
nope,
looking on the streets.
shinies, no.
next, correct?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay.
So, as you look down the
11.
street, you can't really find anything. You start to see this parade session that's been going around the entire district, starting to form into this small performance in the middle of the street. You're not sure, but you can't see anything on the streets at the moment.
You know
as
what would
see
be
some
funny is if I
beautiful-
got everybody to run away.
You see some beautiful women and men walking by you. I want you to make another wisdom save as you see that they are, sorry, not beautiful women and beautiful men. You see these individuals who seem to be in chef's attire starting to walk by you as they're carrying this delicious smelling roast kind of potluck. What am I trying to say here? Hot pot of soup.
Pop, pop.
You smell different meats and vegetables drifting out of it. I need you to roll me a will save.
There's nothing sinful about food. I like how you say that as I am hungry as shit. In real life? You fucker. No, mother, he did not tell me to eat a dick. 13. Go figure this is the one that I fail.
You eventually find yourself like so distracted by everything going on that this food seems the best option for you. And you begin to follow the food. I will make an addendum to what he said. He basically, I messed up. Valis would have mentioned that the only time limit would come morning when the flower district closing. That is the time limit you have. Anyways, okay. So he as you start to follow it, and you eventually get a bowl for a piece of gold. Go ahead and get rid of 1 gold. You get this nice bowl of chicken broth with mixtures of what seems to be some sort of bird that seems to fly, leathery in texture. As you eat it, it's very gamey, but it's nice with the vegetables and fruits mixed into it. It's a nice thing, and you can taste some crab in there, too. However, as you're eating it, you, like, eat it, and you eat it, and you eat it for the next 2 hours. It is starting to get towards, at this point, it would be about 9 o'clock in the evening. You have... Sunrise comes at 6, just so you're aware.
I am very hungry.
You have 9 hours in game.
Okay. So.
Actually, technically, the first check would have also been another hour of checking, so it's 10, so you have 8 hours in game left.
Oh, outstanding. Okay.
Because that just wasted 2 of your hours eating that, and you have no clues.
Just outstanding. I'm gonna ask the chefs if they've seen any Celis pins.
There's been a lot of Celis pins. If you look from the church and whatnot, people coming through, buying them to figure out what this religion's all about. It's
any particularly glowy ones?
Make me a diplomacy check.
Okay, you can do that. Really well. Oh fuck! I put the wrong number there.
What is it supposed to be?
It's a plus 11.
Well,
Or no, 13. What the fuck am I saying?
Well, you see.
Diplomacy 13. Yeah.
If you're talking about well-made, the dancers in the middle of the street doing performances, they have these very nice belly dancer, like if you from Dara, I believe it is, belly dancer kind of outfits with many silks moving around. And they have bells and different religious icons that seem to shake on their sides. They have pretty shiny ones there if you're looking about that. I also heard Sakura's Blessing has a beautiful Celis piece in the center of the actual inn. I don't know how to fucking call it. Inn. But nothing else. Okay. It's this half-orc who's talking to you, and he goes, "Would you like some more of our hot pot?"
Can I get some to go?
Yes, that'll be 2 silver.
I'm just gonna give him a gold and say, keep the tip.
He takes out this Chinese, like, delivery type of, like, styrofoam container and gives it to you. As you begin to walk away, where are you looking now?
I am looking towards the hookers that are on the road.
Hookers. There's a lot of performers.
The dancers.
There are also hookers and individuals that are not covering their tops or bottoms because they're painted. But you're looking towards the dancers in the middle of the street. Go ahead and, as you look at them, you see many different performers jumping in and out, but there seems to be this central performer dressed up almost like a phoenix. And if you'd like to make me just a general society check.
Alright. Yeah, society?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. That's an anti-tank.
Oh, fuck, that's an anti-tank rifle.
Guess what, Jeeves? That garrote wire won't do shit for dick against armor this thick. What's that, Jeeves? How thick is it? Well, about half as thick as my dick. So thick you need an anti-tank rifle to fucking pierce it. Oh, fuck, that's an anti-tank rifle. Oh, fuck!
Bitches love cannons. So what'd you roll?
Please do, if you may. Fuck. I thought I hit spin. 16.
16. You see you're dressed in these beautiful oranges, yellows, blues, and greens, and you get the feeling it's supposed to be a mixture of a peacock and a phoenix. Peacock and a phoenix. And as you're watching, you're starting to see as they dance. It seems to be celebrating the arrival of a new year. Just from what you can understand from the different symbolisms and imagery that seems to be perusing around this float. And she seems to be dancing and dancing. You see many other people that come on and off, and you see a few naked individuals starting to dance as well. There's a lot of debauchery going on here. Mind you, this is a bit away from the Sakura's Blessing because it is a more well-rounded establishment and less raunchy. But you do see this all going on.
Alright.
So, would you like to make a perception check on them?
Yes. I will make a perception check. Okay. I'm gonna succeed.
Before you do, as you're seeing all this festival starting to partake around you, I'd like you to make me a will saving throw again.
Oh, you bastard. I'm not always horny.
Are you? Is that your will saving throw?
Yes, 19.
Alright. Eventually, you do get pulled into the festivities, and eventually you start dancing yourself. Roll me...
I have priorities.
Roll me a D100. Actually, no. I'll say this. Roll me a fortitude save.
Fortitude save? That's
yes.
A new one. Haven't had me roll this one yet. That's a +10. A +10.
That's a fortitude save. Oh shit! That's a fortitude save! You right now?
Yes. 28.
Okay. With the failure from last time, that increased the DC. You eventually find yourself, coming back to, not consciousness, but coming back to your senses with paints all over your body. You're completely just nude at the moment, dancing around in the middle of the street during the festival, and you're like, wait, what? You have, like, silks covering parts of your body, but not enough to, like, cover your tits, basically. As you're basically starting to belly dance, and you find yourself coming back to. You're unsure how many hours have passed, but you can feel the sense of probably a hangover from multiple different sources.
Okay, well, I was gonna try something, but I guess the fuck no.
The dance is still continuing in the middle of the streets. You're looking up, and it is probably well past midnight.
Okay, well, I'm going to attempt to get closer to the center dancer.
Okay, as the party is growing more and more, not frantic, but bigger, as daylight's starting to, like, not come in, but it's closing in, basically. You start to get closer to the actual dancer. Make me a performance check as you start to dance your way there, I guess.
Sure thing, buddy. 100%. 20. I got 9/11.
No one's really paying it. Well, a few people are paying attention to you and like giving you those eyes, like, ooh, might have to take her later.
They're giving the fuck me eyes.
Yeah, basically. But there's a lot of drunk people here. You manage to push through, and you get towards like the maybe 15 feet from the bottom of the stage, which is this multi-tiered like tower of different shifting elements of like ladders and twirling spirals and almost like these platforms that almost form a waterfall. And then you see a tree in the very center of it with a floating platform at the very top that looks like Turam. It's floating just a little bit is what I mean, but it seems to be like nestled upon the middle of the tree that seems to push up to it. If you'd like to make me a perception check now at the dancers. You could see the through the night the colors have shifted on the actual platform itself. But go ahead.
Okay, perception check coming right up. One super hot balls, blue blazing perception check.
Well, Fred.
Watch, I'm gonna get a nat 20 on this, and you're gonna be like, oh, you notice her.
12.
12.
You've noticed the platforms themselves, the stage itself has shifted in its color. You can see that it's starting to go from its bluish-green natural colors to more orangish-yellow reds. You see the waterfall has changed to this yellow color as the landscape has turned more red like fire. As you see, it's lit by strange magical lights, out-of-character LEDs. Similar to
Holy
LEDs
shit.
anyways, as it seems to be shifting
They got
colors.
more fucking neon.
Yes. You can see many of the shops have started. The light in this district is just heavy, and the music is starting to get more to a more drums. It's more drums and wind instruments being played. You do see dancing the same woman who's been dancing this entire time. This elven lady who seems to stand about 6'3". She's very curvy, and you can see that she is a dark elf mainly. But she seems to be dancing in the middle of this.
Schmuck, is it your headcanon that my character is constantly horny?
Yes.
You're a bastard. I hope you know that.
You see the many different religious icons on her waist that are thrusting around with all these felts and silks as she's starting to belly dance. You can see that her bra is not on, she's painted over, and you can obviously see her nipples and whatnot still. And she's just dancing there. She seems to have this bird-like headdress on that has shifted from more feathery to like an actual bird skull. As she's just dancing there.
This bitch thinks she's Shakira.
Shakira.
La 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 la. La 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 la. Head ass bitch.
So, you don't see anything that really reminds you of anything at the moment. And make me another perception check here, but this is just to hear in the crowd.
Okay. Nat 1.
You have hero points left, don't you?
I don't think I do.
I will say this.
Oh wait, no. But wait, you did. I do. You gave me all my hero points and spell slots back. Yeah.
Well, no. Then you used another one for the assassin, but that's all you used. You only used one.
What assassin?
When the assassin got out of the Sakura's blessing before you went to the church. Remember? Last session? Before last session, sorry?
Yeah, I remember the assassin, but I don't remember.
You used one hero point, I'm sure of it, at that time, but I'll let you keep it at the moment.
You know what? No, I'll trust you. I will trust your judgment. I will expend 2 hero points.
Okay.
So, I'm going to use a hero point to reroll that, because I don't like nat 1s. Nat 1s are stinky.
Okay. As stinky as weeaboos. Okay,
About as stinky as you.
You start to hear a human talking. He's like, "What a beautiful lady," and an elf goes, "She's a tarnished one, though. I mean, it's not going to be as great as last year when..." And he goes, "But, I heard from my sources that they eventually strip on the top there, the one chosen." And he goes, "Yes, they throw out their small bells, or whatever it is, the belts, for somebody to catch, and if a woman catches it, they're able to dance up there next year. And it's said that good luck follows those who take it. Who knows?" And he goes, "Well, she is a fine specimen." He goes, "I'm not going to talk to you anymore, Gerald," and he walks away. The human is just obviously enamored by this dark elf lady dancing on the top.
Brother!
What?
Brother! Do not be charmed by her... I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Do not be charmed by her black magic.
Do you actually hear that in character?
Yes, in that voice.
Make me just a general D20 check to see if your voice carries.
Okay, yeah. I'm really hoping that it does.
He doesn't seem to notice you, as the crowd pushes them out of view.
Damn. I was really, really fucking hoping.
You get pushed back in the crowd towards more of the sides of the street.
Oh, no.
You get pushed back behind this whole crowd, and you start to get closer to Sakura's blessing.
Alright, well, I guess I'll check the Soccer's blessing real quick. Fuck it.
So as you begin to head in, you see it's a bit more crowded than the last time you had been here. You start to notice a few more individuals in here, and instead of the ding, 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 all that shit going outside, you hear this beautiful wind instrument being played by a kitsune who seems to have multiple tails. Actually no, she would not be up here. You see this dark elf
Swear to
who's
God, if you play
playing
your
this
fucking-
almost guitar-like instrument, but she seems to be having these clawed-like metal pieces on her hand as she's playing it. It's almost like a Japanese-based instrument. And as she's playing it, you could hear a very solemn and tranquil atmosphere being added here. The air smells of perfume and floral designs. Well, floral scents, I mean. You see the entire area has this curved-like structure more towards the top. And you
It
get the
smells
feeling...
like whore in here.
Yes, you see a few, not raunchy dressed, but kimono and robe dressed women who seem to be going around to the people drinking at the bars and whatnot, talking. Actually, at this point, funny enough, you would see Zeus and a kitsune woman going to the back hallway and disappearing. You see Osha disappearing with a kitsune woman. Osha looks horribly injured before they disappear.
Shut! Don't have sex! Don't do it!
He does not, because he's gone.
Yeah, I kind of figured. just a joke.
You also see,
funny,
as
just a
Osha
joke.
disappears, a drunken Pedric, followed by a Minotaur lady, the one from the Major's Respite, with orcish-like skin and details, walking in, completely hammered too. They're both just like swinging by each other, yelling, singing. Pedric doesn't usually get this jolly with people, and you see following them is this human woman with blonde hair and jade green eyes, who's just like very shyly following them. And Pedric goes, "You need to light it up, miss," and he slaps her on the back. "You know what? It's gonna be fun." And he goes, "How about we have a fun time here?" And he just like books it out, and you see them both follow him.
Hello.
I will say, as you watch them start to leave, you see Pedric starting to rip off his shirt.
Major, don't do it! Don't give it to the horny!
Anyways,
Major, no,
you're now in
money!
this bar, and you see the half-orc male, I think it's a male or a female, I can't remember which it is, so I'll just say it's either or at the moment. The male half-orc sitting at the bar, as there is a bartender there too, a dark elf, but he seems to be sitting there writing down stuff on a paper as he just looks through the whole place.
Alright, pal.
You see silks and fabrics that hang on the walls and whatnot, of course, but you don't see any real... Well, you do see a crescent moon that seems to be a Celis-based religious iconography that is placed in the middle of the bar behind it. But it is not glowing like the one that you had seen before.
Alright, so that's clearly not the one I'm looking for. Unless it is the one, and it's just hidden in plain sight.
A few of the ladies walk up to you and go, "Hey there, Missy, you look like you've had a fun time today. How about we
No.
give you a little bit..." No? Alright.
Get your hoe ass
And
out
one
of
of them
here.
rubs your
Not
chin.
interested.
One of them rubs your chin and goes, "Well, if you change your mind, you'll be over here." And they walk away.
If I change my mind, I will not be able to do what I want to.
So what are you doing?
I'm just gonna fucking ask the bartender if he's seen any particularly glowy
So you go to the
uh,
half-orc or the dark elf? Because the dark elf is the bartender. The half-orc is behind the bar, but like taking down notes and shit.
which one's the man
The half-orc.
that looks gayest?
There's no gay man here.
Cringe. I guess I'll speak to the half-orc. Because they tend not to be too horny.
What's good? What can I do for you?
Do not give him a fucking Jerome voice, please.
Are you looking to, I don't know, sell yourself to the house or something? Get a job here?
Why does everybody assume that? No. Have you seen
Well, I
any?
mean,
And
you're
I mean
completely naked
any.
from the waist up. And
Listen,
honestly, you
don't
don't look
talk
that
about
bad, to
that.
be honest with you.
And don't talk about that either. Okay, I need to know if you've seen any Celis moon sigils like that one right there that have been particularly glowing.
Roll me a diplomacy check.
I got diplomacy for you. It's my foot up yo ass.
You have a plus 13 to it?
Yep.
You need to roll 19 or higher.
What the fuck?
He looks at you, unless you want to make another hero point check.
No.
He looks at you and goes, well, I was told not to tell anybody, because there was a trial going on. But you know,
Okay.
certain things
See,
might just slip at the right moment. He taps on the bar. The bartender, dark elf lady, looks over and just slowly whistles as she looks away.
you know, I was about to mention I speak a very rare language. Not many people speak it. It's called Golden. Golden tongue. Yeah, yeah. I'm
We have
gonna
a few
wink
people.
at him.
We have a few. Are you trying to seduce this man?
No, I'm trying to bribe him.
Okay. He looks at you and
If
goes.
seduction works, that's cool.
He looks at you
I'm
and
not
goes.
seducing.
Well, we have a woman here called the Golden Tongue as well. Oh, I get you. Do I get you? He looks
I'm
at you.
pretty sure you get.
Roll me a diplomacy check, and he's gonna roll a sense motive check to see if he understands what you mean there.
Wait, I'm particularly jingly and jangly.
And you're covered in golden
Diplomacy.
dust on your tits.
25.
He looks at you and goes, Golden Tongue, eh?
I'm gonna pay you.
Oh, okay, I completely
Money.
thought something else, my bad.
Fucking horny bastard.
Anyways.
No.
Alright. And he looks around. Make an offer.
Well, I happen to know that 3 gold could pay for about, you said 50 gold would pay for like 3 years
Yes.
of peasant living.
Yes. This guy is in an establishment that is very, like, well off, it looks like. So you get the feeling his lifestyle is a bit different.
50 gold.
50 gold.
50 gold.
Maybe a diplomacy check.
Now remember, we're bargaining here.
Yes, I know.
$25.
You rolled it twice. No, 25 was your last one. 31 is this one.
Oh shit, 31.
He looks at you and goes. He takes the gold off the. Well, do you put the gold on the counter?
No.
Okay, he goes. All right.
I'm just saying it right now.
I do have some information for you if you don't mind paying up.
All right. I'm gonna slap the gold on the counter.
He takes it and puts it away. He
It
goes.
goes.
He goes. Sharkeisha. And you see the dark elf turn towards him. Yes. Take her to
Miss
the room.
Keisha.
Take her to the room.
Oh God.
And you see the dark elf look towards you and go, "Follow me." She starts to walk forward, her ass jiggling heavily.
Her ass, her boobs jiggling boobily.
Her boobs boobily, and her asses assily.
That's one assly ass.
As she continues to walk forward, do you follow her?
Yes.
I will mention, this one is not wearing any shoes, and as she walks, her dark skin is reflected by a bit more palish kind of skin on her feet. Just so you're aware.
On.
Because that's how black people work. They have pale, not pale, but paler than their dark color skin. In their hands and their feet. So, as you begin to follow her, she goes, well, he told us not to say anything, so we won't really say much, but we were waiting to see if you'd offer us anything. We're allowed to lead you to the room if you offered us enough gold to, he said. Now, and she opens up this large room, and she goes, we were going to be using that room, and she points towards one of the larger rooms to the right, and she goes, but, you know, we kind of had to change that out after we figured out OSHA wasn't kept. OSHA is the proprietor's kind of only fling, if you get it. Anyways, so follow me, and she starts to head into the room that she opens up.
What are you doing down here?
What?
My cat's in the spot where he should not be. Give me 1 second.
I thought you threw a firecracker at him earlier, just so you're aware.
No, it was an actual human person walking down the road, minding their own fucking business. I immediately felt bad, but I'm like, shit, I gotta throw this firework. It's already lit. I felt so bad because he's just chilling. He already looks terrified as shit. He's walking through the hood.
Anyways,
Is that my turn?
No. I don't know why I asked that. Do you follow her into the room?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So, as you follow her into the room, she goes, all right. And she closes the door and she goes, now, this is the room. You're supposed to be the one to find it, and I'm supposed to be the one. And she snaps her fingers as this small hanging chandelier lights up with these pink flames. The entire room grows this dim reddish pink color as you see as you start to smell this floral perfume starting to hit you. I'm the one who's supposed to test you.
Alternatively,
at this point, as you turn towards her, she's directly in front of you. And she starts to caress your chin a bit. What's the alternative?
I'm gonna take her hand. I'm gonna like grab her hand with 2 fingers by the wrist. I'm gonna be like, nah. I still have quite a bit of gold on me.
Huh?
How much are they paying you to do this?
How much are you willing to pay me?
More than they are.
I don't think you have enough money.
There's no way they're paying you that much money.
If you offer to buy out my contract for 200 golds, like they did.
I still have more than that, sweetheart.
She licks her lips. Are you willing to do that?
Yes, but you need to cease all of this. And if I'm buying out your contracts, you might as well work for me.
Oh,
You'd be getting
work well for you.
Not like that. Like, help me look for these fucking crescents.
Sure. Of course, my contract will be fully bought out tomorrow. Because once you pay, they have to make sure everything goes through. Before they allow me to go. But yes, if you pay for my contract to be bought out, I'll allow it. Sorry, not I'll allow it. She says, I'll help you. So, do we have a deal?
Hold on, my cat is... Oh, my mother. My lovely mother. Hold on, my cat's fighting.
My man spent 300... Well, technically he'll have spent 302 gold if he buys out this contract. He'll be down to 23, I believe. Man, I wasn't expecting this to go on so long. How you guys doing? Good to hear.
Counter-terrorists win.
So if you spend this gold, you'll have spent 302 gold since you started this session, by the way.
Yep.
Okay. So
I had 325.
She looks at you. So,
I still have 224.
yay or nay? What do you say?
I'm sorry, did she say gang rape?
No, she said, yay, nay, what do you say?
Oh, first, I thought she deadass said gang rape.
So,
Jesus Christ.
yes, no. Licking her lips again.
But she is gonna help me, right?
She said she will, yes.
I'm okay, because I was dealing with the cat.
So,
Yeah. Yes, I will pay you.
alright then. First off, go pay the half orc up front.
Okay.
So you walk out of the room to go pay the half orc?
I suppose I will.
So as you begin to walk through the halls, the smell of the floral hitting your nose, I want you to make me a will save really quickly as you see a few of these other women starting to walk down the hallways, giving glances to you.
Okay. We'll save, we'll save, we'll save.
You've already failed 2 of these.
We'll save this. We'll save that.
You chose.
We'll
You're the one who
save
chose the
those
willpower one.
Bitches. Yeah, I thought it'd be different than this. 19.
Do you want to use a hero point?
Yes.
Go ahead. This is your 3rd one, I believe, so you have 1 more, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Nat 20.
You needed a nat 20 because the DC was 30. You see them staring at you, biting their lips, licking their lips, and it seems like they're about to approach you before you just manage to... You can let them approach you, or you can continue on to the bartender. Your choice. So either you let them approach you by stopping, or book it through the hallway. It's your choice, man.
Do I let them approach, or do I run the fuck away?
I will mention this. Out of character, letting them approach may result in an automatic failure.
Okay, then I'm not gonna let them approach,
Okay.
obviously.
So as they start to approach you very seductively, you manage to shake it off and run past them, running through one of the taller one's legs. As you look up really quickly, you see underwear, and you're just like, oh, okay, and continue. You eventually get out to the front again, panting a little bit as the half-orc looks to you. Back so soon?
Yes, I am back.
Oh. Did you find what you were looking for, or...?
Not quite. However, I have a lump sum of about 200 gold here, okay? Now this is 200 gold. I'm gonna buy out Little Miss Tarnished One's... I'm gonna buy out the Tarnished One's contract.
Oh, you're gonna buy out Sharkeisha's contract.
Yes, you know which contract.
Alright. And he says, well, I'll take the gold then, and I'll start getting all that, paperwork done.
Okay.
Do you hand over the gold?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I'll have this done by morning if you would like to come back, then, see you then. And he starts to write down stuff in his little paper. What do you do now?
I guess I should go back to the room and grab that little fucking...
So, as you start to turn around to head back to the room, you see the kitsune that was walking with Osha push past you a little bit as she walks over towards the bar and goes, I'm going to be busy for the night, so if the guards need me, because you did see a few guards in the room.
Whore!
You did see a few of the guards in the room that had been attacked last night. Well, earlier this night. She goes, if the guards need me, or if any business comes up, tell them I am unavailable. And he goes, the half-orc goes, Osha? And she goes, yes. And she continues to walk past you. She looks down at you for a second. Do we have a new worker or something? No. Hello.
I'm gonna look over and go, speak to yourself, whore.
Good night. And she walks past you, continuing back into the rooms. So, what are you doing? Walking back to the room to collect the thingy?
Yeah, welcome back to the room.
So, as you enter in, the Dark Elf tells you they don't know exactly where it is, they just gave them access to the room, but they will help you search for it if you would like.
Okie dokie.
So, as you begin to search the room, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Okay. I can roll a perception check. Perception checks are my speciality. No, they're not.
Actually, hold on. I was just thinking of a better thing. I'm gonna roll a D100 to see if this is better. No, it's not, so continue. Oh, singulars. Oh, singulars.
21.
Alright, go ahead and add +5 of that. That makes 26, right?
Yeah.
So, as you're looking around, you eventually see this blink of white light from above you in the chandelier.
Why is everything above me?
It's about 15 feet up.
I'm short as shit.
Oh, did you find it?
Yes, can you give me a fucking leg up?
Yes, and she picks you up.
And I will warn you before you do this.
Okay.
My ass has killed many people.
She goes,
So be
and
very
she looks
cautious.
directly at your ass and she goes, not bad. And she's like squeezing your side. She goes, you have a very nice body, I'll say. And she leans you up as you grab onto the chandelier.
Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. We'll talk about that later. But right now I got a job to do.
She bites her lip and just grabs her chin. And she's just staring at you climbing up the chandelier.
She's fucking hitting the Riz. Just a fucking... Damn.
Yeah, man, you got a fucking high-ass diplomacy.
Damn, Padretito. I want to carve you up like a Thanksgiving turkey, cabrón.
As your tail
Ooh-wee.
swings, she's licking her lips and her tongue follows along her lips where your tail swings.
I'm gonna look down at her as she's doing this. I'm like, no. Behave.
Man, continue to look, please.
I'm gonna grab the fucking sigil.
Right. You eventually manage to find it, and it seems to be this small, just crescent moon shape that's been planted around the base of the chain of the chandelier. You eventually climb up the chain, grab it off, and find your way back down to the ground. As you do, you're just holding it, and it just disappears in your hand.
I did it. Yippee. Alright. Now, you and me, we got some work to do.
Alright.
Somewhere in this flower district is another very, very glowy Celis symbol.
Ah, so just like the one you were holding.
Yes.
Actually, hold on, I need to see. Technically, the one you would have gotten would be the blue moon symbol, not white moon. So it would be blue.
Oh, I thought you said they
The
were
one that you
crescent
gotten the first time was white. And this one only had one ribbon strand falling off of it,
moon. Okay, good to know.
which would have been a greenish color.
Good to know.
I'll say just you being not a fucking retarded dumbass would figure the next one is probably either similarly the white moon or the red moon. Now roll me an intelligence check.
An intelligence check. I'm good at those. He said. but that was a lie. Right, in the case of being good at uh uh intelligence rolls, Big Shot says he's good at intelligence, but Avray says that was
17?
the truth.
Damn, yeah. The place. Where have you seen a lot of reds at tonight?
Nice.
Where have you seen a lot of reds and silks at in the middle of the night? You start to think back. Can you give me an answer to that?
Reds and silks.
A very
Huh.
prominent place that you haven't found anything at yet.
Well, I would assume it's either gonna be A, the chapel, or B, the motherfucking goddamn streets.
Yes, and you failed to find anything in the streets. But where in the streets have you seen a lot of red? Based upon my description.
The Phoenix lady.
Bingo. You're like, didn't I see a red moon symbol on her waist?
Alright.
At this point, you're starting to figure out it's been
Time for
quite a while. You probably have, let's see, it'd be about, you have 2 hours before sunrise.
Okay, time for the Riz.
So, as you remember this, she goes, so, where do we start looking?
I know exactly where we need to look. Hopefully. Maybe. Probably. Definitely. Alright. So we have to look in one of the last places that I wanted to look.
And?
There's a dancer in the street out there. She has a symbol on her, just right in front of her pussy. Just right there. Now, if you can successfully, and I mean successfully, help me get that, I'm yours. Breakbot, baby.
So, you want to steal it off of her, or do you want to wait until she throws it? Because if I'm thinking correctly, you're talking about the Phoenix lady out there, right?
Yes, 100% the Phoenix lady.
Well, she'll be throwing her belt, her girder, at the end of her performance in about... very soon, actually.
Very soon, huh? Oh, shit! I think we should go get that.
You and her start to rush out of the building. As you get out of the building, you see her dance is starting to hype up to a climax a bit. Now, you can either, as you start to push through the crowd, I want you to roll me an athletics check.
Athletics check?
You see the crowd to the streets have started to pour to this, around the stage specifically at this point. As you see, on the stage now, instead of a few dancers, you see many dancers in these bird-like designs and the woman at the very top. 17, you're trying to push through.
So, question.
Go ahead.
I have 1 hero point left.
Mm-hmm.
If I use the hero point, does it or does it not? Am I able to go whoop or whoop? Or is it just the new one?
It's whoop or whoop in my opinion.
Oh, cringe. It's whoop or whoop.
Well, no, you get to choose.
Or... Oh, fuck. Hell yeah. Yippee! Alright, then obviously, I'm gonna go for the whoop.
Not the whoop?
Alright, you said it's athletics?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Alright, you make your way through the crowd, pushing through people, under people's legs, looking at the the naked women who are seemingly in the crowd trying to seduce other men and other women sometimes. As you pass through some of their legs, you're like, this is disgusting. Some beer and alcohol gets spilled on you, but your painted golden dusted titties are fine. As you eventually get to the front of the crowd, you see the dancing going on. Now here's the thing. You figure, you're short, and the Dark Elf is one of many people. When she throws her girder, her belt, it's going to be up to chance whether you get it.
Hmm.
So you have a choice here. You could try to jump on stage on this performance that's happening right now, which you see is not many people are jumping on stage anymore. it seems to be people that are dressed similarly to the Phoenix lady up top. She's more ordained with more different, like, features to her, and she's completely naked from, just completely naked except for the girder now at this point, besides the Phoenix head and the wings on her arms, while the rest of them are completely dressed. But you're not sure if you'll be able to get up there. It'll be checks to get up there, versus check randomness to get the belt as it's thrown. Now, mind you, the entire crowd seems to be anticipating the thrown belt.
So hypothetically, if everybody was scared to be up front, would it be easier?
There's like a
Would
good
it be
15.
easier?
There's a good 15-foot like just clear around the stage itself because people are seemingly making a circle waiting for it. You can see people going, "No, I'm gonna get that belt," and you can hear another one go, "No, no, no! If I get the belt," you see Gerald and he goes, "If I get the belt, maybe I can take her with me." And he, you see these fights are starting to break out a bit. People are expecting the belt to be thrown. You may get some ire if you take the belt directly, but it'd be much easier than risking a chance.
So hypothetically, if I were to yell Allahu Akbar,
No
would
one will
people understand?
No.
Okay.
You could shout out a phrasing from an evil god's point of view if you have a high religion. I'll make you roll a religion check. But you gotta understand that would be very bad in the long term.
Surely, yes, but you know.
Mind you, there are constables and guards on the street.
True.
Many of which are probably part of the Celis religion.
Don't want to get there either. Oh, and they're of the Celis religion?
Yes. I will remind you, there are very few religions in Tyrellian because of a surge of, like, kill all the other religions. The Celis religion is the only main religion left, really. That's not in hiding.
I will have sex with anybody who gives me the fucking sigil.
Do you shout that?
Yes.
Roll me a d20 to see how loud you shout and add your con bonus.
Plus con?
Yes.
Oh, plus 4. Nat 20.
Nat 20. Fuck, okay. So, as you yell this out, are you trying to deceive the crowd, or are you actually saying you will do this?
I am actually saying I will do this.
Okay, so as you yell this out with your titties covered in golden dust, to the world.
Because I will give the sex of goodness to anybody.
Go ahead and roll me a diplomacy check as people are seeing you now. A lot of the elves are in disgust at the moment, but we'll see if they like it. Because a lot of them are drunk.
Do I get any kind of bonus for my gold-covered tits?
I will say, due to your performances in the last few hours, I will say go ahead and roll me it and add a +5 extra.
This boss. Damn.
I'll just say because I don't know for sure, I'll let you have 1 hero point left if you would like to use it.
I would very much appreciate that. Thank you very much.
And I'll say, at this point, as you yelled that out, people were like, and then they started looking at you, so you could add an extra +2 extra as well.
Is it all?
So it's +7.
Alright. Let me see here. Yes, yes. So it would be 1d20 plus 13 plus 7.
Yes. So it's basically +4.
I could get a 40 on this roll.
Yes, you could.
27.
Alright, that's 1 degree extra of success. So, as you yell this out, you see a few of the drunkards, whoa! And you hear another individual go, Dragonoid pussy. I haven't had that before.
Dragon pussy.
You see a bard saying this, I haven't had dragon pussy before. Well, Dragonoid pussy. Where was that Drake back in... He starts to just go off on these tangents. You see a lot of people start to cheer, and a few of the elves go, oh, like they don't want to fuck.
It's dragon pussy, dragon pussy, dragon pussy.
So you have a 50% chance here rather than like a 1% chance of catching shit. You see the dark elf goes, ooh, and she starts to like rub her hands.
She just gives the fucking devious look in her eye.
Yeah, she does.
Her smile spreads like the Grinch.
You see her look over towards a few of the other people, and she just moves her hand. A few of the people that... Actually, I'm gonna roll this to see. Yeah, she looks towards a few of the other people who are... I'm gonna roll to see which one she's looking over towards, actually. Yeah, a few of the other people that are not looking to get the dragon pussy. And she goes, maybe you should help. And you see like five of them start to like shake their head back and forth, and they go, you know what, you're right. These elves, sorry, they would have advantage on this technically. They go, you're right, maybe we should. Yeah, let's help this girl. And you see the dark elf look at you with a sly smile and gives you a wink.
I'm gonna let out a quick fucking prayer, just hey God, it's me again.
So, you will wait the performance to end then, right?
Yep. And it's whoever hands it to me.
Yes. So, as the performance goes on, you see this performance starting to amp up, and you see individuals obviously getting tense in their pants as the individuals are starting to get more and more naked on the stage. Because this is part of the Flower District's performance. Okay, yeah, a lot of people are starting to go a bit like, ooh, and forgetting your statement earlier. I want you to roll me a will save, please. Then I gotta roll for actually. Sorry, that was fucking cockroach.
Will save.
Advantage here. Okay.
10.
You start to lose focus as you're watching these individuals dance, and you're like, ooh, what's going on? What's happening? You start to lose track of time a little bit, starting to drool watching these naked ladies dance. They are pretty sexy to you. As you start to hear, as you start to see them, the main lady taking off her girder, I want you to roll me one last will save here. Getting ready to throw it. I'm gonna roll for the crowd too. Versus their performance. Oh no.
18.
You start to lose yourself watching this woman starting to undress everything she's wearing, and you just completely zone in on her and not watching the girder. You see it get flung off of her hands, but you're not fucking watching this. I want you to roll me a D100, please. And actually, no, hold on. Before you roll, do you want, because technically you failed and the crowd failed, do you want 45 or lower? Or, let's see here, 45 would be, or 55 or higher? It's a 45% chance either way.
So lower or higher?
Yes.
What were the numbers again?
45 or lower, or 55 or higher, I believe it is.
I'll go with 55 or higher.
Hold on,
Rolling.
55 or higher is 50. Hold on. You rolled it, and I didn't get to do some math here, so let me go ahead and do this. Because I might be being fucking stupid. I just woke up like a few hours ago.
Well, it would be 55 or higher if it's a 45% chance.
Would it be? I'm trying. Yeah, 55 or
Yes,
higher. So,
45 or lower, 55
as
or
you're
higher.
standing there and you see it get thrown, you're still staring at these women, and you hear the crowd go roaring. I'm gonna roll to see which one. That was literally the number I was thinking of. I was like 66, and I rolled 66. So you hear a disappointment from some of the men in the crowd, and eventually you see walking up to you and shaking your shoulder, going, "Dear, hello." Hello.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
you look over
Yes.
towards the dark elf, Sharkeisha, who is holding the girder. And she goes, I believe you owe me a good night later. And she hands you the girder in your hands.
I'm gonna look up to the sky.
You see the sky is starting to get the tinges of yellow in the distance. It has been an hour of the performance, so you have 1 hour left. And she goes, the red circle you were talking about. And she points at the girder, and you see in the very center, almost like a belt buckle, is the red moon. As you hold onto this girder, it vanishes. She goes, well, I believe you have 1 hour left to get to the chapel, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Well then, I'll talk to you later. And she looks at you, caresses your head, and gives you a big fat kiss on the lips as she pushes you out of the crowd.
Yippee.
Make me a will save.
A will save? Okay.
Yes.
One moment. I'm a little wrapped up in Roblox right now.
What are you playing? Roblox, like TTT? Like
Item
Capture the
Asylum.
Flag? Oh, then you're playing Capture the
Item
Flag.
Asylum. Oh, double Q. Oh, I died. Okay.
So she kisses
Alright,
you on the lips. You go ahead and roll.
Will save
Yes.
is +8. 25.
25. You managed just barely. The DC was 25, just so you're aware. Just barely as you sense this you taste this mango-ish kind of fruity flavor coming from her saliva, her lips. You smell the perfume on her body, and you see her very, literally, like, it seems like she's gotten a little bit less dressed since you last, like, looked at her. And you're just like, ooh. You can choose whether to stay here or to go to the chapel, because you have an hour left, and it takes about an hour to get there.
I'm a man on a mission.
Woman on a mission, yes. So what are you doing?
Gotta finish the job.
All right. You feel yourself getting a little bit wet, but you decide I need to get going, and you start to book it. Make me an athletics check. As you begin to leave the
Backwards long jump to get there faster.
you begin to leave the flower district.
29. I am definitely backwards long jumping.
29. You begin to leave the flower district. Let me go ahead.
Bye,
and
Mom.
slash disconnect.
I love you.
Hold up. I want to see if this has anything.
Dun 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 dun.
Let's see.
Kara's playing Dark Souls.
So,
what a nerd.
As the sun begins to rise a bit more, and you start to sprint forward and forward as you're starting to get towards the bridge, out of the flower district, towards the bridge, towards the noble district, the cold air is pushing against your lungs. I need you to roll me a fortitude save.
For jogging, damn.
You're not jogging, you're sprinting, because it takes about an hour to get
Backwards
there.
long jumping.
You're not.
Alright, fortitude is +10, I do believe.
Every so often, you're like hitting the ground with your tail to jump forward even more as you continue your sprint. The stones beneath you, paddling.
18.
18? You're getting a bit tired, but you're managing to continue upwards. You're about a quarter of the way through the district. You have another quarter of the way to get to the actual chapel, the temple. Make me another athletics check.
Dash actions?
I'm saying you are using dash actions at this point.
Oh. Good to know.
It takes about an hour to get there, so you've spent about 45 minutes running at this point. Make me another athletics check.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Now can I backwards long jump?
I'll say, fuck it, you backwards long jump using your tail.
Just yahoo! Wahoo!
As you start to lose speed doing so, you eventually decide that's a stupid idea and continue running.
And backwards long jump is the fastest thing in the world. Fuck you.
And as you continue running, I need another fortitude save. This time, you can roll it with a +10 extra.
29.
29. You eventually get to the entrance of the chapel, and you see standing there, arms crossed, waiting, Inquisitor Valnus, maybe 50 feet from you, and you're looking as the sun is starting to get just above the edge of the horizon. He looks at his wrist, and he goes, "What the fuck am I doing?" And he looks over to you, and he goes, "Hurry up, you have a few seconds left before sunrise is officially stated." Once it reaches, and he points up towards where the moon is floating above the statue area, that moon-like marble. He goes, once the sun reaches there, and you can see it starting to coast above the fingers, getting ready to hit the marble. Make me one last athletics check.
This is the world. Tokiwo Tomare. 19.
19. DC was 18 because of your checks. So as you dash, you nearly fall, but you completely do this cool front flip as your tail boosts you forward even more as you land directly in front of him as the light touches the moon just as you approach. He goes, well, you made it on time. That's good to know. So, do you have the 3 items?
They disappear when I touch them.
Good.
But
as you said, yes, you have them. I would have known you haven't completed it. Anyways, and he pulls out the one dish he had again. He goes, all right, and he touches it as you see appearing the first one, the white moon with the 2 ribbons pouring down. You see appearing to its right side the crescent blue moon with the ribbon flowing right side of green, and you see the third one, the belt buckle, the full moon of red with a yellow and orange ribbon flowing down to the left. He goes, well, you've completed your trials. Congratulations. Now, we can't really bring you into the fold just yet, because we do have to bring you in during the festivals. How do I say? The Celis's, not performance, the thing we do during the festival. We initiate newcomers to the temple through a festival. Usually it's children, so you're going to be standing next to a bunch of children, but we will be initiating you into it during the festival's last day. So, actually no, it will be during the first day of the festival, my bad. I keep forgetting that the Holy Maiden's sanctum ain't fucking doing anything this year. But yes, during the first day, we'll be initiating you. You will become a part of the Celis religion. You must forbade any other religions. And I do still sense necromantic powers amongst you, so we will need to speak about that after your initiation. However, welcome to the Celis Church. It is great to meet you, future sister... What's your name again? Shit. I had this whole speech, and he starts to pull out some notes from his pocket. What's your character's name again?
Schmuck, do you really not remember?
There it is. He goes, there it is. Klara. You will be given a new holy name as well, just so you are aware. That you will be able to be called by members of the fold. However, you can keep your old name as well. Now, we have heard some good deeds done by you in the city recently. However, at this point, I will need to leave you as you are. You're not allowed into the chapel just yet. We will meet you after the festival happens. Is this understood?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Alright, now pick one of these 3 pins, and he points towards the 3 pins you had to collect. You will wear this until you will bring this to the festival. And once you are initiated, it will be given to you, once again, by the High Priest, who will ordain you. Well, I don't know if he'll be doing it this year. He has some other things to attend to. But whoever ordains you this year, in the next few days, will grant you your title using whichever pin you choose. It really doesn't have any effect on which clergy you join.
Which one was the second one?
The second one was the blue moon, Maka the blue moon, with the green ribbon flowing off of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the red one.
The red one? Alright.
Yeah.
He takes it out of the air and he takes it and he goes, well, not a lot of people take the beast's moon, but here you are, and he hands it to you. Anyways, the other 2 float back into the disc, and you see a golden light appear. It seems you nearly failed your actual initiation challenge, just so you were aware. Had you given in to temptation in the room, or near the end? He looks at it, he goes, interesting, so it's not just men you're into. Had you given up during any of that time, or had any of those ladies in the Sakura's blessing managed to seduce you, you would have immediately failed, because that would have been your third strike. Congratulations. I need to go do some things. You are now free to go wherever you need to go. See ya, and he walks away.
Like, wait, were you watching me?
Obviously, he was watching you.
He's not still watching me, is he?
Your perception check.
Oh god, he is the fucking perv. Can't watch little boys anymore. So he has to watch the fully grown kobold. 28.
28. You feel this energy that you didn't really notice until now. By the way, you came up to this man with your nipples out, covered in golden dust, covered in these, like, painted parts. Like, you obviously took part in the festival. But you still succeeded. So, you feel this energy suddenly shoot out of you as you see this golden or white energy start to float towards the bowl that he's holding as he's walking away, and it goes into it. You get the feeling he was using some sort of magic to look at you.
Fun.
So,
Well, I've got women to go fuck.
you either got women to go fuck or thunder branch trees to go perform for.
True. You know, Morticia's needed, but she's not needed right now.
Who's Morticia?
My hooker name.
Ah,
We went over this.
I forgot. You also have to go collect your information at the Sakura's Blessing.
Information.
I'll say
Oh, what?
you go collect your things from the Sakura Blessing first because you're like, okay, they said to meet them at the morning. It's been a few hours. As you walk in, they seem to be closing the place up for the day because they close at day. You see a few of the women of the night there fanning themselves. A few guards are still asking questions. And they go, yes, we didn't see anything else. Thank you. And the guards start to leave as they look at you and they go, good day. And they continue through. Seems no one told them about you.
Thankfully.
As you walk into it, you see the half-orc is getting a few of his papers done, and he's handing them over to Sharkeisha, and he goes, oh, Sharkeisha. Sorry. That's no longer your name. It looks like your contract has ended with us. You will still need to speak with the one who has bought out your contract, of course. And she goes, I know. And he goes, well then, it has been great. It's been great working with you the last few years. And she shakes his hand, and he goes, no, get going. And she begins to walk backwards as he goes, oh, speak of the devil. And as you walk in, you see Sharkeisha goes, oh, hello there. Should I call you Master? And she starts to hand you some documents.
Shit.
As you're handed these documents and you slowly look down at them, the first one, Deed of Slave Ownership and Transference. And it says, previous name Sharkeisha, given by Sakura's Blessing Brothel. Real name, give me a second to come up with a real name here. It would be, Mila.
Kunis?
Mila.
I'm sorry.
Mila Moonseeker. M-I-L-A Moonseeker. And it says, name given by Master, and it's left blank, because you were not here to write that down yet. And she goes, here you go, here's all the documents.
Well, let's get this all sorted out.
Surprised. Did you not know buying my contract would make you my official master?
I did not. Oopsies.
Well, if you're not comfortable with having a slave, I mean, you could
Oh no,
always free
I'm
me.
definitely comfortable. I'm definitely comfortable with it.
I will mention to you, I am not a fighter, so if you. There have been reports in the past of brothel workers being bought by fighters and or mercenaries and brought into the fields to have a little, coyness and comfortness in the field, and then being killed because they are not fighters. Just so you're aware.
Uh huh.
But anyways, just that now that that's out of the way. Hello, my name is Mila. Until you rename me, I am now under your protection, uh, your command. And she winks at you. So, let's get this paperwork sorted out. Is there a new name you would like to call me by?
Nah, you can say. You know what? You can pick whatever you want. Treat yourself.
And she writes down Mila. Well then, now that that's sorted out, if you would like me to, I could bring these to the. I could bring a copy of these to the slave dealers in town.
Okay.
I just need your signature here. I need you to sign here. I need your signature here. I need your initials here. There's like 15 pages you need to sign all with the same shit.
Okay. I'm
You
gonna
sign.
start signing shit.
Okay, you sign, correct?
Yes.
I must say, where did you learn to write? It's very primitive. No filigree, no fanciness to it at all.
I'm very self-taught.
Ah. I mean, it's good in some things, but not in others. She gives you another wink and licks her lip. Anyways, now that we're done signing, I'll bring this to the slave dealers. You can go ahead and do whatever you need to do, and I will catch up to you. And she starts to flip through. Where did you write as the main address?
Uh, where am I living?
You're living currently in the Mage's Respite.
I guess the Mage's Respite.
I'll meet you in the Mage's Respite. I was brought there a few times by some strange folks. But anyways, I'll speak with you soon. And she starts to head out of the establishment as you see the half-orc goes. Well then, take care of our little Mila. After all, you're her master now. Don't go getting her killed. Anyways, pleasure doing business with you. And he pats you on the back. If you ever need someone to bed down with for the night, or to buy another slave, feel free to come back here. He gives you a wink and he walks away.
Okay.
Mind you, your tits are still out.
Why are my tits still out?
Because
She's
they're-
gonna say to herself.
As you say that, where do you go next?
Shit, I suppose. I gotta attend that business with her, don't I?
Who?
Mila.
Not yet. She said see you tomorrow night.
Oh, I was down to con now, but okay. I mean, if she wants to,
I mean, she's already going to bring stuff like finish up your documentation, so she's not here.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
So, where do you go next? There's the Thunderbranch shit you haven't done yet. Just so you're aware, the entire party of people who pretend to be part of the ragtags have missed the entire fucking. No, we're gonna have Bob's character, the only one in the party who actually managed to get into the carriages, the escort, is the Leshy, who's supposed to be a pet of the party. Actually, as well as the Mantis, funny enough.
Just insult to injury. He used to be Leshy, now he is Leshy.
So,
Or he used to be
do
Leshy,
you
now he
head
is a
towards the
Leshy.
Thunder Branch house?
What?
Do you head towards the Thunder Branch house?
Yes.
Alright. So, as you head towards the Thunder Branch house and are eventually let in because they recognize your face, because fucking hell.
Because you don't get away with seducing, or well, not seducing, but defeating their best.
What?
Well, their best. You don't get away with fucking scaring off one of them, and just
What
you
are you?
know what I did.
What are you talking about?
Am I thinking of the wrong place? I'm thinking of the wrong
The
place.
Thunder Branch family is the ones who are bringing the ragtags in.
I am definitely thinking of the wrong fucking place.
As they recognize your face because they have a crystal that shows the entire group. Because the guy took a picture of you. Um, and they go,
Okay, listen.
yes, you are a member of the ragtags. What did you tell them your name was? Did you tell them your name?
Yeah, it was dead as just my name.
So, we have Klara here. I don't know what happened. I think there was some sort of... You see this noble-looking individual, this tall elf that seems to have just gotten out of bed in his, like, very roughly put-together clothing. He has this nice goatee. He goes, I don't know what happened last night. I'm not going to blame it on you. But it seems only your pet Leshy, and the mantis... Well, not the mantis, sorry. And the woman, Guinevere, managed to make it here. And it seems Guinevere is missing her fucking legs. Remtem came by earlier and said that he was, excited to see his new performers in action, as if he had very, very recently met you all. Roll me a deception check, please.
Just the jig is up.
Oh my god, bro.
I made a slight miscalculation. What did he roll on his deception or his fucking?
On his sense motive, he rolled a natural 1. What'd you roll?
Well, let me see, because I got a plus 11 to this. 13 plus 11 for 24.
He goes, I'm just reading in too much to things. Hello there. My name is, I believe it's Sylvanus. Sylvanus, something like that. I'm just gonna go with Sylvanus for now. My name is Sylvanus Thunderbranch, head of the Thunderbranch family, first in line to the many nobles of the Thunderbranch to come. I am not the one who has fully brought you, has started with the ball, but I am the one who brought my son the information of the ragtags. I am the one that has hired you to perform properly.
Knox.
I am the one who knocks. By the way, he's talking to you through his, like, iron gate, and he's going, oh, my bad, please come in. As he opens, he goes, I believe, if I remember, and he starts calling with a crystal, he goes, yes, my son told me you will need to pick someone up at the Royal Palace, for the ragtags. I don't care if you already have people in your cart. What do you mean, filthy? Who the fuck are these? They ruined one of my Sylvanus, calm. Pick the other one up at the Royal Palace. Bring them here. Please. Thank you. What do you mean, clothing? And you just see the crystal stops glowing. He goes, Jeeves. God damn. He puts it away. He goes, well, anyways, Klara, follow me. As he starts to usher you into his large manor, by the way, that enters into the tree itself on a large branch. And you see this beautiful courtyard. And he goes, I'm the one who hired you. I will be the one paying you. As Guinevere is no longer going to be inside the performance, we will need to talk about some deductions to the payment of the troupe.
Of course, yes.
Yes. As well as the fact
I mean,
that
she was mainly oral in her performances.
What did you say?
She was mainly oral in her performances.
I was told she was more of an acrobat.
Who told you that?
We might have gotten some wrong information from the Peri-Peris. Anyways, we're continuing. My son, Elrond Thunderbranch, he's quite a charismatic one. My second son, I should mention, is the one who will be kind of heading the ball that you will be participating at. There will be some wonderful security at the ball. You and your friends, well, most of your friends should be getting here by noon at most. Not to mention you have soiled one of my carriages, so there may be further reductions, but never mind that. We could talk about that later over tea. You look like you've had, and he looks down at you, still with your tits out, a night.
Festivals.
Roll me a Riz check.
Oh no, not a Riz. Please.
Diplomacy check,
Don't
please.
do this to me.
Diplomacy check, please.
Please, no. No. Schmuck, I'm about to get on my fucking knees and beg, please. Dirty 20.
He looks at you and goes, you see him blush a little bit, he goes, well, I mean...
Get your head out of the
We'll talk about that later. Anyways.
I'm gonna, like, snap my fingers at him, go from, you know the fucking, look at me, I'm the captain now.
As you do this, he goes, well, I have a lot of money, but we could talk about that later. Anyways.
No honey. Just remember, no Russian.
I mean, I do not think my wife would mind. After all, she's mated with others while married to me. Anyways.
She's saying that in a fucking same voice I did.
And she's had a few bastard children herself. Anyways. We'll talk about this later, and if you are willing to go along with it. But still.
How rich did you say you were again?
Well, I'm not the richest entirely, but I am still pretty rich. I have friends in the Mages Guilds. I have friends in the Merchants Guilds. I have a lot of rich friends. After all, we're hosting the ball here for the Royal Court.
Ball.
Well, if you like the ball, I have two of them that you may like to see. But anyways, let's not talk about this right now. Unless, he looks at you, unless you would like to, we can go to my private quarters to discuss. But, you look like you need a shower first. You look like you've been up all night. You look like you need a good rest.
I have absolutely been up all night, and I have so much gold dust, so many places.
Honestly, it makes you more alluring, to be real with you and upfront.
What, you like... She's gonna grab her honkers and start shaking them at him. What, you like golden fucking kobolds?
Yes.
Noted.
He looks at you and goes, if you would like to discuss this now, we can, but you look like you need to take care of yourself a bit.
My mother always said, "Dick comes first. Anything else. If it ain't the dying or the dead, fuck them." In more ways than one.
Do you wish to discuss this then, or would you like to go get a shower and sleep? And maybe a good meal?
I have some takeout if you want some. It is out fucking standing.
From the Flower District?
Yes, you should try some. It's outstanding.
Join me for a meal as he starts to lead you inside. Bro, this man is trying to get in you, just so you're aware.
I'm aware.
Actively, and he's
I'm gonna
right about it.
I'm gonna keep trying to lead him around.
He brings
like that
you He brings you eventually into the large dining room they have. This like 300 by 300 foot dining room. It's longer than it is wide, mind you. Many pillars and beautiful woods that seem to be white and golden in color. You see this large window that expands across like maybe 280 feet of the dining room on one of its sides that seems to overview the entire city to an extent because they're pretty high up on the tree.
You said the room was wider than it is long?
No, longer than it is wide.
Yeah, cringe. Pencil.
You see this, and you see these beautiful, as you're looking at it, it's not normal glass. If you'd like to roll me a nature check.
It's stained glass. I was gonna say, oh, it's longer than it is wide, or wider than it is long. My ex used to call me the tuna can. The
Anyways,
same.
what'd you roll?
17. I'm sipping
17.
on.
There's this strange arconic hum to it of like electricity. As you're looking at it, it's not made of glass, it's made of crystal. As you start to look at the dining room, the reason I say it's longer than it is wide is because there's a second part of the dining room that's a few steps up between a lot of pillars that seems to be just hedges and doorways to different rooms, as well as these fountains that exist in here. It seems to be a separator hallway that seems to lead into the dining room to an extent through many pillars.
That's fun.
You see statues around the entire place. Looking at this, like, honestly, this could probably be a palace itself, but it's not, because it's still kind of small. It's, looking at it, you probably, in your lifetime, unless, I'll say, just roll me a society check, actually. Just to see how much you think this palace would be worth in, like, total.
So many checks today.
I know.
Gotta make up for last session, huh? I'm fucking eating mixed fruits in a can.
I thought you said you were eating Nick's fruits, and I was like, who the fuck is Nick?
They're in pear juice. I've just been sipping on that pear juice. Got 14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
You estimate, like, this guy is rich. Like, you're looking at this shit, and these statues are very delicately carved, and you're like, statues like this could probably go for about a good 200,000 gold each. So you're like, holy shit, how rich is this guy?
Say he's got at least 7 cents in his pocket.
As you continue, as he leads you in, still titties out, he says, "Well then, please show us the dining. Well, sorry, the dining experience. What was I going to say? The meal you have brought for us to try out."
I'm gonna bring out the little takeout box.
By the way, it's completely cold at this point.
It is completely cold. It was outstanding when I had it. It was warm when I had it.
No, do not worry. And he moves his hand left. As he does, you see these motes of red appear in the air. These, like, spirits, these globules of light, similar to what you've seen before on the island falling off, suddenly fly over to the meal, and it just blops into it, and it goes, and some of the soup comes off, and steam starts to rise off of it, heating it back up immediately. He goes, "Well done.
Neat magic soup.
How about I have a taste then? And I'll give you some food from us as well."
I'm gonna give it to him.
He takes it and he goes, "This has fruits in it, does it not?"
I think so.
He begins to take out a spoon that appears out of nowhere as he just begins to taste it. That's cocked. Fuck, that was almost a nat 20.
That's cock. Fuck.
Okay, and he goes, "Delectable." Now I'm going to roll a will save for him. High enough. He goes, "Delicious. Maid." And you see this maid, a dark elf, comes walking out and goes, "Yes? Please bring a menu here for our friends and possible concubine." And she goes, "Of course, Lord." And she walks back out.
Did this bitch just call me a concubine?
He said possible.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me look up that word. Miss Clara's gonna pull out a small dictionary and look up the word.
Okay.
Because I can't remember. I can't quite remember the word myself, so I gotta look it up.
It's basically not wife, but like the woman who will birth your, or woman or man who will give you children, to like a lord or something. Basically, it's like it'll give illegitimate children, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it out.
So
mainly thanks to you.
So, before the food comes, you said your name was Klara, I believe, correct?
Yes.
So, Klara, what kind of performance will you and your group be doing?
Well, we have to go over it when everybody gets here.
Mm. But what do you do? And he's obviously staring at you, and every so often he has to like look his eyes up because he's staring at your bare tits. He goes, "So what will you be doing during the ball?"
Well, personally, I'm sure you've already noticed, but I have my talents.
Of course, they are well endowed indeed.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You motherfucker. You made me spit out my mixed fruits and pear juice.
Bro, you're the one who fucking seduced this man immediately with your tits.
Listen,
So,
you do not get to make me spit out my motherfucking Port Royale premium fruit mix in pear juice, net weight 15 ounces or 425 grams. Made it, that's been 3 stars since 1936. All right? 60-calorie can. You do not get to make me spit that out and then blame it on me.
so, what is your performance?
I can do just about anything.
Anything.
But I'm gonna look him dead in the eyes. I'm gonna like squat down a little to meet his eyes. Basically, move my eyes to where my tits were.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna squat down a little more. Anything.
Interesting.
Mainly musical though.
Ah, so you're a bard then? A bard.
By definition.
How intriguing. I've had multiple bards perform for me in the past. Would you mind giving me a sample of your performance here? Of what you can do?
Oh, I don't know. It's been quite a long night.
Oh, come on. Just a little strumming will do.
I'll strum something. As I as I pull out my what was his will save? Come on. I
He
know you were
looks at
rolling one.
he looks at you and goes. You see him bite like his lower lip a little bit. He's obviously blushing too. He goes, "Well then, please."
Very well, I suppose I can.
And you start to play
Put this
Freebird.
plus 11 performance.
What do you start to play?
I'm gonna play a song from Bad Company called "Feel Like Making Love."
Roll me a performance check.
Any kind of bonus for the song?
I'll give you an extra +10 because you're completely naked and playing an instrument that requires you to move around a lot.
And
As
the
well
fact
as
that
the
I'm
song.
playing a song called
As well as
yeah.
the song, yes.
Mmm. Mmm.
What'd you roll?
Mmm.
Check the rolls channel. So, as you begin to strum, your guitar breaks. He goes,
Just on the first drum. Oh, damn.
"Well, it seems
That
you
fucking
have not
sucks.
had the ability to keep your guitar in condition, your instrument in good condition. We can fix that for you."
Yeah, that part doesn't usually happen.
Anyways, where's that? And the maid comes walking back in and hands you a small breakfast-based menu. You see pancakes, you see eggs and bacon, and you see it like circled with gold on eggs and bacon. Sorry, eggs and sausage is what I meant.
Oh,
And you see a few other items like fruits and vegetables and whatnot. And she
Quick,
leans down to you
quick
and goes,
moment.
"Now, if you want the drinks," and she starts whispering in your ear, "if you are going to be his concubine, I would recommend the sausage and eggs. Also, this is a very well-off place, so you are being offered a great deal to become such a thing, especially for someone like you. So I would take in sincerity. Sorry, I think you should sincerely think about the option he is presenting to you. That is
I'm,
just
I'm,
my
I'm going. I'm going to ask her, in the same tone she's asking me.
Okay.
Do I get actual eggs and bacon though,
Yes.
or eggs and sausage? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Mind you, this will not be like you get to say yes or no. You still have to say yes or no to him. This is just, I don't know. It's just a sexual thing he said to put on the menu.
I'm aware. I'm asking if it still comes with the eggs.
Would you like me to get you something to wear on your breasts?
Not quite yet.
Would you like me to prepare some olive oil?
Yes, thank you.
Of course. And she gets away and she does a bow and exits the room. He goes, "Wow, you really needed help with the drinks that much?" And he looks at his own menu. "I thought it was pretty well laid out." Closes it. So, I'll say she would have taken your order as she left the room, so what did your character order?
I think you know.
The eggs and sausage? And bacon?
Yes, the eggs and sausage.
And then you will also get a breakfast smoothie, I'll say. So, as that's being cooked, he goes, "So," and he starts to tap the table a little bit.
She was worried that she wasn't gonna actually eat. This bitch hungry. She was about to ask him like, what the fuck is a oh orange orange?
Oh no, there was no orange juice on there. But he
No, she was talking about the fruits menu. She ain't never had one of those.
orange. I don't. He looks at you. There's no such thing as orange on here. What are you talking
Bitch,
about?
do you mean an orange?
Oranges don't exist in Turam, actually. Funny enough.
What fruits exist in Turam, you fuck? Mangoes
actually,
don't
they're actually
exist.
technically, now that I'm thinking about it, there are oranges, but they are mostly giraffe and Fafnir specifically.
Oranges
So yes,
don't
oranges
exist.
do exist, but they are
Mango.
very heavily tariffed. And funny enough, and he goes, "Oranges. An orange is this orange-colored fruit that tastes citrusy. Um, Mind you, it is quite expensive to import them from Darath or Fafnir, especially since Fafnir is now taken over by the Lich. We cannot take them from there.
What's the lich's name?
Horacles.
Oh,
Have you
is that
talked
what
to
he's up to
Have
these
you
days?
talked to Have you talked to Contradiction yet?
I have talked to Contradiction about it.
Has he allowed it?
He hasn't said yes or no yet. However, he did ask me this. Well, let me bring up his chat. He said, "Klara, you will elaborate." And I said, okay, so they both have outstanding similarities that were completely unplanned. Number one, Kobold. Number two, Necromancer. Number three, loves hands. Number four, watches True TVs and Practical Jokers. To which he then asks, important, who is her favorite Joker? And I said, if it's the old Jokers where they didn't get rid of Joe, Joe.
And what did he
And if
respond?
it's the new Jokers, it was Mer. He has not responded yet.
I like how that's actually canon in my lore. What the fuck, bro? I hate you.
Just, hey guys, today we're into Ram, and tonight, Mer's our big loser.
So I will say
Mer's the big recut.
during breakfast he goes, "Well then, I believe your friend should arrive very soonly." As he's finishing up. By the way, the food was amazing, excellently cooked, and the maid, as she's taking away your plates, goes, "I would recommend actually thinking about it instead of saying yes or no without thinking. I will try, if you wish to distract the Lord for the next day and get him to wait to ask you. However, in the meantime, you should think about his proposition.
What, do you want him for yourself or something? I don't mind sharing.
I would not mind him, yes. However,
Shit, get on the action.
however,
Come on, man.
he has
Get your
to
money.
he has to propose it to me. Also, you are draconic in nature, and there is a heavy disdain towards dragons, draconic creatures here in Tyrellian, if you are not aware of that. So you need to be very careful.
Don't worry, girl. I got you.
And she
Now,
steps
how
away
you
and
feel
she
about mixing some money?
bows again. Well, she curtsies and leaves the room. And the Lord goes, "So, we will discuss my proposition at a later date, as we need to get you fixed up and get me fixed up for the arrival of your party members, your troop. I believe Remtem said he would be back later tonight to discuss more about our payments and stuff."
Ring-a-ding-ding, baby.
Alright then, please, feel free to be led by the butlers and maids to your room. Be fixed up in your apparel, unless that is what you usually wear with your beautiful tits out.
This
However,
guy.
I will have to attend some other business. So, until then, please, show yourself around. Do not steal anything, please. And I will be going now. He stands up, bows towards you, and walks off, as you are left in the dining room.
What does he think I am, a goblin?
At this point, do you allow them to shower and bathe you and take a rest as well?
Yes, 100%. I need this.
Alright, so you take a rest, you get some health points back. I will say, actually, the rest that you get here, because there's not going to be really combat until, like, a few sessions later, probably, you can have all your HP back and everything like that. Just no hero points.
What's that?
No hero points back.
Aw.
So as you rest for a few hours, you eventually stand up, and how do you get dressed?
How do I get dressed? I don't know. I put the clothes on my body.
Alright, I'm asking, what do you wear? Do you wear some fancy clothing from the room? Do you wear dresses? Do you wear your normal clothing? Or do you wear... Actually, technically, your normal clothing wouldn't really work, because you no longer have your bra strap thing. Because you left that back during the party. So, do you wear one of the actual bras in this room, or do you go tits out or braless? What do you do?
You know what? What day is it in game? Like Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday.
At this point, I believe it would be nearing the end of a week, so it would be about a Thursday in game.
Oh, how fucking convenient. Thursday on your fucking...
Thursdays don't exist, but it's compared to called a Thursday. Actually, technically, the week is about 9 days long, so it would be about 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd be about 6 days in, technically.
Okay, so assuming that a week starts on a Sunday or a Monday.
Monday.
Okay, so assuming the week starts on Monday, it'd probably be like Saturday.
Basically.
Out Saturday.
Or
was a Tuesday. Well, not tits out per se, but like out there.
So you're wearing a dress with no bra on then?
Yes.
Okay. So as you do this and you begin to walk through the estate...
One of the types with the boob window.
Yeah, that's fine. As you begin to walk through the estate, you eventually come out to the courtyard again, where you see a few carriages pulling up, a few noble people walking out, and you hear... And part of the ragtags we have, from Durath, Sir Pedrick and Sir Osha, accompanied by the proprietor of Sakura's Blessing, Lillian, what is her fucking name? The Kitsune. And you see, as the door opens, Osha and Pedrick, Osha in this beautiful tuxedo-like suits and Patrick only wearing a green fucking cloak that covers his entire body. You notice it. Weekend at Bernieing this fucking kitsune lady who seems to have this purple dress made out of curtains that seems to only go from her waist down, that goes down to her ankles, and this kind of almost like wraps around her breasts, but it seems to be made out of curtains as well, and they're just tied around the back. And they're obviously Weekend at Bernieing her. As you see this, you're just like, oh boy.
Oh, this is gonna be absolutely outstanding.
And that's where we end the session. Anyway.
I have so many voices that I can do, but I don't do them.
Stopping the recording now.